On a Sunday afternoon, it's the final game of a three-game weekend series between two NL East rivals, the Marlins and the Mets. New York looking for a sweep over the last place Marlins before three big series. Meanwhile, the Marlins trying to upset everybody's postseason plans. And for Paul Blackburn, his 13th start of the season and his fourth with the Mets, a loss against the A's on Tuesday night here in New York. Third time this season he's allowed 6 or more earned runs. Kind of a weird one, though. He was facing his former club, too.
And the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Xavier Edwards, who's 1 for 7 with a double in the series.
In the air, left field, and it's Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo puts it away for the first out here this afternoon. 429 with 7 home runs in a 9-game hit streak for Jake Berger. 7th pitch of the at-bat, and it's a strikeout.
There's that cutter down and away. Paul Blackburn obviously going to the well early. Like we said, he's going to throw you everything. He's going to show you it all, every at-bat. Able to get the swing and the miss there.
The 2-out base hit for Jonah Bride. So the Marlins have a 2-out base runner. Scoreless here at the top of the first.
Blackburn deals, and this one out toward left field. Looks like Nimmo's got room. And that'll do it. Blackburn strands one. Valente Belloso, who goes to work against Lindor. And on the first pitch, a fly ball center field, and it's Derek Hill out there. Now starting to drift back. Well, the ball carrying today, Anthony. Make note of that. There are the numbers on Valente Belloso in his 6th start at 2.28 ERA. And he enters with 12 2/3 scoreless innings. Mark Vientos against Belloso. Line drive center field, base hit for Vientos. So he's 4 for 8 in the series. And he has been another big part of this Mets resurgence as the ball bounces around, but Vientos will stay put. Nimmo 3 for 9 in the series with a home run, and that is his 1 home run since the All-Star break.
And the pitch is inside, ball 4.
And the Mets have 2 on and 1 out. Alonso 1 for 8 in the series, but has homered his 100th career home run in this building. Out towards center field, hit pretty well. Hill a long way back and makes the catch and slams into the wall. Then he feeds Sanchez, who gets it in quick, but here comes the throw home. Out! What a relay from the Marlins to cut down the run. It started with Hill in center field, the presence of mind to give it to Sanchez, and then to make the play at home plate to keep this game scoreless.
Yeah, I didn't like that send right there. Vientos not known for his speed. You could see the relay coming in, and it wasn't going to take a perfect throw to get him, but they obviously still did a really nice job. Fortes backing up on that ball to make sure he got the good hop and make the tag.
Wow, what a start, huh?
And a nice hand for the guy who begins the bottom half of it, Starling Marte, who makes his return to the lineup. Mets and Marlins are scoreless. Marte went on the IL back on the 25th of June with a right knee bone bruise.
As Marte swings and misses, chases one outside, and that's the first out here in the 2nd inning. First strikeout for Belloso.
Obviously started as a strike, a lot of movement away, but one that typically mid-season Starling Marte would lay off of, but this being his first game back, still got to get some rust off.
No scores. We start the top of the 3rd. It'll be Otto Lopez, Nick Fortes, and Xavier Edwards to bat.
8th pitch of the at-bat is sent out towards center field, and Taylor can't make the catch. Got redirected on that one, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Lopez on his way to third base, and he will get held up right there.
We saw that right away early in this game, that the wind in center field was going to be an issue, and right there it really played with that ball on Tyrone Taylor. Usually a very, very good defensive center fielder. You see him make this break and then have to readjust his route, and that is not what you want to do as a big league center fielder. Obviously takes him off the line of that baseball, and then he can't recover.
The Marlins have a runner on at third base, and Fortes sends a fly ball out towards center. Good situational hitting for the Marlins catcher. Plenty deep enough to score Lopez, and the Marlins take a 1-0 lead.
A couple of flyouts and a pop out, and Belloso quiets the Mets here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Again, the Marlins up 1-0 here in the finale of this 3-game set. Jesus Sanchez flew out to left his first time.
Big breaking ball and a big swing. Sanchez comes up empty. 3rd strikeout for Blackburn.
Good breaking ball down and in. Back foot curveball here, and that's one of those where you just tease the zone and it just disappears on you as a hitter.
Curveball hit on the ground toward 3rd. Vientos to his right, picks it up from the back, throws to first in time. Nice strong throw from Vientos, showing off that arm, and he helps Paul Blackburn into a 1-2-3 inning. 3.5 gone by at Citi Field on a Sunday afternoon. Miami has a 1-0 lead.
Belloso now has gone 16 2/3 innings without allowing a run. 4 of them to the Mets today.
And the first 2 men are aboard for the Mets. Now Lindor first and second and 2 outs. And he is a guy who since the start of 2021 has really been a menace for the Marlins. 46 RBIs. And that one into left center is going to drop for a base hit. Stowers will not have a play at home plate. Winker scores, and Lindor adds to that list, tying it here in the 5th.
That right there is Francisco Lindor understanding who Beozo is and what he's trying to do to him throughout the course of an at-bat. He gets a pitch down and away here, and he doesn't try to do too much with it. Ends up driving in the run. A really nice swing right there from Francisco Lindor. You'll see guys try to do too much with that and end up pulling that ball on the ground. Instead, he just stays on it, shoots at the left.
Well, he's a table setter, we know that, but he is also a run producer. 72 RBIs lead the team. Beozo in the most trouble he's been in all afternoon as the Mets tie it. 2 on and 2 out, and it's Mark Vientos. Waved at and missed, so Beozo fired up to get through that jam.
Well, that's a leadoff base hit for Xavier Edwards here in the 6th.
And that is the second time that a Marlin has been picked off today. Edwards looked like he either had a great jump or a really good bluff, but either way, he stopped, made a U-turn, and Blackburn saw it and got him.
Swinging a bouncing ball wide of third, but Vientos to his left has it. Overhands to first in time, side retired. So 92 pitches through 6 for Blackburn. Nothing wrong with that. Beozo will stay on the mound as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nimmo has drawn a walk and fly to center.
A second deck home run for Nimmo and a 2-1 Mets lead.
Brandon Nimmo here gets a pitch, it looked like down out over the plate, and really just able to absolutely smother it. Stayed on it. Used the legs like we talked about earlier in the broadcast, and really just, I mean, drove this ball out to right field. That's a beautiful swing, and that's something that he's done more this year than he has throughout the rest of his career. His home run rate, highest of his career, and that was much needed in this game today.
So it gives New York the 2-1 lead. So Rivera with a couple of hits this afternoon, and the Marlins have him on first and third with the tying run 90 feet away. And this one to the netting, and scoring is Hill. So that's how the Marlins tie things up on a ball that goes to the backstop, and then Hill and Brazoban get tangled up on the wild pitch.
Mendoza going with Garrett here to face Nick Fortes. Marlins have a go-ahead run now at third.
Floated out toward left, long run in. Nimmo dives, tumbles, makes the catch. What an effort by Nimmo in left field.
Nimmo holds his prize, and Garrett holds the 2-2 tie. Second game with a diving catch for Nimmo. This one a biggie.
So a stolen base for Edwards. The Marlins get the go-ahead run into scoring position. Check on the runner, and that was really close, and Lindor immediately motions to the Mets dugout. Tag was up by the head, and they're going to challenge it. Pretty emphatic there by Lindor. All there at the same time. And did Edwards get the foot back to the bag?
No, he looks like he's out.
Wow.
All the field is overturned. The runner is out.
So that is now 3 pickoffs today for Marlins base runners or Mets pitchers, however you want to look at it. Third walk of the inning, and quickly Carlos Mendoza comes out to make a pitching change. 2-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Marlins threatening. Mets go back to the bullpen. Phil Maton comes in and inherits a couple of base runners left by Reed Garrett. He'll face Derek Hill, who sends one left center field, down for a base hit. McNeil with the throw from left. It is. Doesn't matter, it got away from Alvarez, and Bride will score to give the Marlins the lead. Would have been a close play, but the ball popped out of the glove of Alvarez, and the Marlins make it 3-2.
Alvarez just had to reach a little bit too much, and on the way back,
he would have been out.
Yep, he would have been out, and on the way back it pops out.
Calvin Fauché trying to finish off a Marlins victory today. Tough play for Rivera, and the second infield single for Iglesias, who is fired up as he leads off the inning with a knock.
That's what he's done for this team, right? He's fired them up.
Ground ball through for a base hit. Iglesias will stop at second base. And that will bring up Jeff McNeil.
And this could be a very tricky ninth inning for the Marlins pitching staff. The Mets to put the pressure on.
McNeil, I mean, comfortable enough bunting, obviously, if he has 8 of them in his career. But I'll tell you what, I doubt he's been asked to do it very many times. I would have felt a lot better just letting him swing at this at bat.
And he goes 97 up and out of the zone. McNeil down on strikes. Here's Lindor. We came on the air talking about how good he's been for this Mets team, an MVP caliber year with 6 walk-off hits in his career. And he's looking for an MVP caliber moment in the bottom of the ninth. Is hit in the air, center field. Pache is back. He's back. He makes the catch. And Iglesias will get to third. Boy, Lindor didn't miss a game-winning 3-run home run by more than a centimeter or 2 on the barrel. That wall says 408. That might have measured it 406 or 7. But the tying run 90 feet away with 2 on for the Mets. The tying run is at third base. Calvin Fauché trying to lock this one down for the Marlins in what has been an exciting game here on a Sunday afternoon at Citi Field.
Now he can expand with that sweeper if he wants. There it is.
A swing and a miss for strike 3. It's a 3-2 Marlins win today, and they get out of Citi Field salvaging the final game of this 3-game set. Boy, excitement from start to finish.